Welcome to Educate. In this video, I'm going to give you the complete summary of this lesson. A leader should know how to manage failure by Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam. This is for degree semester 3 English, all universities in Andhra Pradesh. This is an interview done by Wharton, Knowledge at Wharton website. Okay, while giving the details about his interview, he spoke about different types of elements which he faced in his life. And there are several interesting things are there in this interview. Let us know. Before going to lesson, let us talk about the author. Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam was among India's best known scientists before he became the country's president. He alumnus, he's an alumnus of Madras Institute of Technology. He worked for the Indian Space Research Organization, ISRO, where he helped to launch India's first satellite into orbit. Later, Kalam worked on developing missiles and other strategic weapons. He was widely regarded as a national hero for leading India's nuclear weapons test in 1998. In 2002, Kalam was named the country's president. Dr. Kalam has received the coveted civilian awards Padma Bhushan, Padma Vibhushan, and Bharat Ratna. In 2010, the United Nations declared 15th October World Students' Day. The interview begins with Kalam's interview begins with the knowledge of creativity. He was asked the first question, what is knowledge, and the question. For this, he answered like this: learning gives creativity, creativity leads to thinking, thinking provides knowledge, knowledge makes you so great. And Kalam greets all. After giving this answer, he greeted to all. In the second question, the biggest difference between India as it was then and now. And the question is asked how India was and how India is now. Kalam says that he orbited the sun 76 times. He witnessed the Second World War coming and ending, and effects of war injuries, and India's achievement of independence in August 1947. And he worked with Professor Vikram Sarabhai. He had also seen the growth of information and communication technologies, India's success in space programs, etc. Then he was asked about the nickname of Missile Man of India. Then he said he worked for ISRO for 20 years and he had taken up the integrated guided missile program development program. In this program, the youthful team worked along with him and a missile was launched from this program. Kalam learned how to manage and how to handle the success and failure in the same wavelength by this program. And Dr. Kalam is deeply spiritual. Then why did he selected this type of missile program? Then he replied with a reason for selecting, with a valid reason for selecting the nuclear weapons and missiles. He realized that for any country, especially for his country like India, peace is essential because peace comes from strength. Because strength respects strength. Strength respect the strength means a powerful country can respect other country. Otherwise, it doesn't. It tries to attack. Okay, in the world, superpower countries are there. Why they are respecting each other means every country is potent to have the sufficient missiles and other weapon armaments. The weaponized missiles produced for the establishment of peace. And then Kalam was asked what leadership qualities made him President of India in 2002. He replied, there are six qualities to become a leader. First one is, a leader must have a vision. A leader must be able to travel into an unexplored path in the country. The leader must know to manage success and, even more importantly, failure. The leader should have the courage to make decisions, nobility in the management. The sixth one, work with integrity and succeed with the integrity. In this interview, Kalam shared his failure story also. As being as the project director of ISRO, the satellite program, he faced a failure. That failure story was shared by him in the interview. Especially, he launched the satellite into the space, but it failed and plunged into Bay of Bengal. He was responsible for the failure of that because before launching the satellites, the computer showed an error in the checklist as something is missing, something the control components are not in order. Though Kalam launched manually, then the ISRO chairman, uh, Professor Satish Dhawan, conducted a press meet and said that he was responsible for the failure and appreciated the team's hard work. In the next year, PSLV was prepared well in order and launched successfully. Then he told Kalam to conduct a press meet and congratulated Kalam and his team who was responsible for the success. Through this, Kalam learned best failure management lesson from Professor Satish Dhawan. Because every chairman, most of the people, they whenever the success comes, they take active part and they conduct a press meet and they say that and this to highlight themselves. But here Satish Dhawan didn't do that. When the failure he faced, he said that he was the responsible for that as a chairman. And when it was success, when they succeeded, then he gave that success to the team members. So he's a great personality, such a kind of person never seen in Kalam's life. So that he said that he learned a great lesson from him. After this, Kalam explained the concept of Pura, and the question was asked on Pura. The concept explained by him. The Pura stands for providing urban amenities in rural areas, giving a cluster of villages physical, electronic, economic, and knowledge connectivity. Through this, the prosperity will emerge in the rural environment. In this context, the Kalam said that his vision on India by 2030, India would achieve self-sufficiency in energy with a three-dimensional approach. One is a first one, second one, third one. The first one is increasing the efficiency of solar cells up to 45 to 50%. Second thing is using nuclear energy as having the abundant sodium reserves in India. Third one is switching to the biofuels, okay, which especially made from jatropha, algae, etc. Along with this, Kalam talked about social grids, knowledge grid, health grid, and e-governance. All these grids leads to economic growth and social transformation. Here grids means making a connectivity between the colleges, universities, and research centers, and health grid means making a cluster, making giving a connection between the urban health centers to rural health centers. Then Kalam shared his biggest challenging task done on his presidency, returning the profit bill to the parliament. Finally, he said that his dream to power the Rashtrapati Bhavan completely with the solar power, unfortunately, that was not accomplished as his term was completed. And he concluded the interview with a recitation of his beautiful poem, The Vision. At the end of the interview, Kalam thanked and greeted to Wharton for asking beautiful questions. Okay, this is the summary of the lesson. I hope you understood well. If you have any doubts, you can write in the comment section. And which lesson you want in the next video, just you write down the title of the lesson and the author. I will make the video for you. Okay, thanks for watching this video and share with your friends and please like, because this hard work should not remain as silent, as stagnate, so that please if you like it, it is shared with the different types of students in the world. Thank you.